It's like my favorite thing that I think about when like people like when I'm talking to somebody about you and I'm like, this is all you need to know about this guy. This explains everything about this guy. Is like when you went to the camp and the Randy Travis happened to be there, but by the end of it, you're like his fucking goddamn best friend, and you're right in the fucking woods talking about Jesus or whatever. Like, I don't even know the whole story. I just know it's like such a Dylan story, and I'm just like, only like that story to me, some can just explain to everyone like how you operate. Like, it's just like, you want to know how he is? This is the guy. This is what happened.
Yeah, it was a fun time, and I've actually talked to him a few times since then.
Did you talk to him after he showed up naked in the convenience store?
I haven't. I haven't talked to him since then. I don't.
What do you say? What do you say after
exactly.
that?
I don't. I mean, at this point, I think his real close friends need to talk to him more than I do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's waiting on a call from me. I don't know. But,
he probably is. That's the thing. He probably is. Like, okay, so for those that don't know, give me the backstory. But you end up befriending and horse riding with Randy Travis. How the hell does this happen? Explain it so other people understand.
So I was in the service. I came home from my second deployment, and we got this call saying that they wanted us to come to a marriage retreat, basically. Said it was going to be in Waco at this nice, I can't even remember, the Moonlight Ranch or Full Moon Ranch or something like that.
Was it Highlander?
No, it was something Moon.
Okay.
Anyway, so we say, sure, we'll take a free weekend at a ranch, and so we go up there, and it's this lady named Trish Seigerdraft. Her husband's in the service, and another couple, and I can't remember their name for the life of me. Anyway, they're funding the whole thing, and so we're on this ranch, and we're going to these different classes, and they tell us that there's going to be like a surprise concert at the end. So we're expecting, like some local band or nothing extravagant, just something cool. So we're like, cool, that's awesome. So like the second or third night we're there, we're sitting in the lounge and kind of drinking and chilling out and having a good time. And it's got to be like 11 o'clock at night. I look over my shoulder, and there's Randy Travis standing there. And I just stand up and like, holy shit, you're Randy Travis. And, I'm like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I start shaking his hand, and we start talking. And, yeah, sure enough, it was Randy Travis, and it was his it wasn't his wife or fiance, his girlfriend basically owned the ranch. And so she decided, she asked him if he would come play for us. And he said, of course, I'll come play for some soldiers. And so we sat up talking about horses for 2 hours.
Jesus.
And, it was almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We were like, shit, we have to go to bed. And so we went and he said, why don't you come look at the tour bus real quick? I said, okay, sure. So we got to see his tour bus, and it's this beautiful tour bus. So we got to go in there and see it, and it's fucking amazing. What you would expect a fucking $2 million tour bus to cost. So anyway, the next morning we're supposed to go to a financial class. And we were eating breakfast, and sure enough, there comes Randy Travis walking in, and he stops me and he's like, hey, would you like to go riding with me today? I brought some horses. And I kind of looked at my wife, and she was like, go. It's not every day you have a chance to go riding with Randy Travis. But yeah, you're right. So we went out there, we saddled the horses up, and he let me ride his horse, which is an Arabian thoroughbred. Beautiful horse. I find out later that it costs about as much as a fucking Lamborghini. So we get on and we just take off riding, and we're riding down these old trails and just kind of talking. And I don't know how much you know about Randy Travis' story, but the guy grew up dirt floor poor. Literally. Started playing when he was 12, 13 years old. I don't know if you know, his brother went to prison. This guy just had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
so we talk about all that. We talk about, we end up talking about getting on the subject of our fathers and, I mean, just all kinds of crazy.
You went into fucking therapy with Randy Travis.
Yeah, I mean, it was like we've known each other for years and just started talking. And, you know, I was riding horses, and, you know, it was awesome. So anyway, we get back, and he hands me this piece of paper, and on it is his email address, his phone number, and his address for his ranch. He's like, you know, you should definitely come up sometime. Just give me a call and let me know.
Damn it.
And so, yeah, that night he played for us, and we most of the guys in families that were there didn't really know country music that well. They knew who he was. They didn't know any of the songs he sang. So and basically it was him and a guitar and another guy and a guitar, and they just sat there and played and sang. And I was calling out all these old, like, Conway Twitty songs and just all the songs that he knew. And he's like, fuck yeah, you know. And, so yeah, that's basically the Randy Travis story.
Only fucking you, man. I mean, really, it's like just one of those. That is like the perfect Dylan story, because you can just dive in to any situation and relate to a person. And you're like, you have the ability to do that. And I admire that and respect that, because I don't. I only ran into one celebrity once. I told this story on my other podcast just this week, but I'll tell it again. The only time I ever run into a celebrity, I freaked out and just couldn't say anything to him. And it was because I was a big wrestling fan growing up, and I saw the Undertaker at a Kansas City airport. And
awesome.
I couldn't bring myself. I wanted to get a picture with him or say hi or something. Oh man, you were such an influence in my childhood. I couldn't. And then the part of me that won out, why I didn't do anything, part of me said, oh, he's fucking just wants to get his bags and get out of the airport. Don't bother him. And so I didn't, and I'm like, fuck, man. But like you wouldn't even have done that. You would have been like, hey, what's up, man? Getting your bags at an airport sucks, doesn't it? And then he'd been like, fuck yeah, it does. And then he'd been like, you want to go get dinner? And that would have been like your Undertaker. That would have been your Undertaker story. Mine is I saw him and pussied the fuck out because I was afraid to talk to him. And you would have just talked to him like he was a real person, and because of that actually made a connection. That's what would have happened.
I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You find out that he's an asshole and didn't want to talk to you, and he says, you know, leave me the fuck alone.
But what I'm saying is, like, about you don't even approach people, whether they're celebrity, not celebrity, whoever they are. You approach them talking to them like human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have a conversation with people. And I see The Undertaker, and I get starstruck and see him as The Undertaker. You'd have seen him as another dude at the fucking airport. You know what I'm saying? That's a very admirable trait for those of us who just freak the fuck out like a duck on water. I'm just like, what am I? Oh my god, what the fuck am I? Oh my god.
That's not the only time you ran into celebrity. I mean, you have the Chuck Norris story.
I did, but he's a fucking asshole. Don't bring that shit up. That's a sore point with me. That motherfucker. You know that story?
Yeah.
I didn't know you knew that story. That fucking asshole. I hate that fucking guy. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. So I have two celebrity stories. One where I fucking hate the guy, and the other where I freaked out in an airport and couldn't talk to my childhood hero. So, by the way, none of them equal nearly as cool as horseback riding with Randy Travis and having therapy sessions about your fathers. Okay, that's fucking deep, man. You went deep with that guy. You had a real connection with a guy.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. He's a very nice guy. I'm very sad that he's had so many problems in his later years. Also, I'm assuming you know who Lyle Lovett is, right?
Dude, if you fucking lay a Lyle Lovett story on me, I'm about to get pissed. Because that motherfucker, again, on like his heroes of mine, like, okay, so let me, we got to get into your Lyle Lovett thing, but you know Robert Earl Keen, right?
Oh, yeah.
Robert Earl Keen and Lyle Lovett were roommates in College Station at Texas A&M, and they wrote a lot of songs together on that porch. And there's a great story.
There's a whole song about it.
Yeah, there's a great story called The Front Porch Song. in that
Right,
song, Robert Orkeen tells a story about him and Lyle Lovett drinking beers across the street from the Methodist Church in College Station. And when the people would come out of church, they would sing to them the songs that they wrote, surrounded by beer cans. And
yeah, absolutely.
Some fucking great story. Both of those
Great
guys
song,
are brilliant songwriters, and I love them so much. Lyle Lovett had a song called If I Had a Boat, one of the greatest songs ever.
Absolutely, yeah,
What the fuck? Where does this go? What are you going to say about Lyle Lovett? What am I going to be jealous of next? Go ahead.
All right, so we're in College Station, actually walking around campus, and we walked into where the fuck did we go? It was Harvey Washbangers, actually.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We went to Harvey Washbangers to get a buffalo burger. By the way, if you haven't had their buffalo burger, it's fucking amazing.
Well, for those that don't know, I should explain Harvey Washbangers because it's unique.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a laundromat / burger bar joint. Yeah, that's what it is. Laundromat / bar. So go ahead.
You can do your laundry while you drink your beer and have a burger, and great burgers. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and we're eating our burger, and lo and behold, fucking Lyle Lovett walks in. And I'm like, holy shit, that's Lyle Lovett. And so we're sitting there, and I'm eating, and I look over my shoulder, he sits down, he gets his food, and like, I assumed Lyle Lovett in College Station, there's going to be somebody who knows who he is, and has to go up and say something.
Yeah.
I assumed it would be a pretty big ruckus. And so I'm like, I'm kind of waiting on it. Go to refill my drink, and I'm like, the little girl sitting behind the counter. I'm like, do you know who that is? And she's like, no. I was like, that's Lyle Lovett. And she looks at me, she's like, who? It's like, oh my fucking God, really? You don't know who Lyle Lovett is? So anyway, I get pissed off about that. I'm like, oh my God.
That's a tragedy. That's a tragedy.
Yeah. So anyway, I walk up to it. I'm like, hey, how you doing, Mr. Lovett? I grew up listening to your music. I love your music. Would you mind if I take a picture? He kind of laughs. He's like, yeah, sure, man. He sounded like the biggest fucking hippie I've ever heard.
Oh, really?
I thought you did fucking have this real twangy voice, and nope. Yeah, sure, man. I was like, oh,
Tommy
shit.
Chong.
yeah. So anyway, I ended up taking a picture. I sit there and talk to him for about 5 or 10 minutes.
Son of a bitch.
I was like, are you playing here tonight? He's like, no, I'm coming to see somebody, and just kind of stop in to have a burger. I was like, man, I wish you were playing. He was like, well, I play up in Houston in about 2 weeks. Do you want to come by? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, he was playing at a little bar on the south side of Houston, and it was like, yeah. He gave me tickets, and I ended up.
God damn it!
Or he left tickets for me. We'll call. I ended up not being able to go, but yeah.
All right, asked and answered. Asked and answered, sir. Another celebrity experience of mine to follow this fucking Lyle Lovett situation. Fucking another celebrity disaster that I encountered. I had the chance to, do you know who DJ, this is fucking embarrassing. You talked to Lyle Lovett, this is my answer to this. Do you know who DJ Unk is?
I remember the what song was that? Was that Walk It Out? No.
There you go.
Yeah,
He did 2 songs. They were basically both the same song, Walk It Out and Two Step. Let me see you two-step. Let me see you two-step.
Yeah. I remember this.
So DJ Unk, this is so fucking embarrassing. DJ Unk is coming to perform in Manhattan, Kansas when I'm a top 40 radio DJ. And I've got tickets, and I contact his people, and I set up an interview with him for him to come by the station and to do a live in-studio interview with us to promote his show. So I set it up. DJ Unk comes by. Now, I am told beforehand by his manager that I need to, and this is not a lie. I don't mean it to sound any way, but I'm told by his manager that in order for DJ Unk to appear at our radio station studio, I need to make sure and have ready for him 50 chicken wings, like hot wings, and a fruit plate. That's what I have to have ready.
He's got like a writer
to do a radio interview. a fucking writer. Now, this is my first celebrity experience at all in radio, so I want it to go well. So out of my own pocket, not the radio station's money, I go and buy 50 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings and a fruit plate from Walmart. And so I get this and I set it out in the conference room, get it all ready for DJ Unk to come by. And I think, and this is stupid me too, I think it's just going to be his manager and him, right? Well, he's a rapper. What do rappers bring with them anywhere they go?
There's a whole entourage.
A whole entourage. In DJ Zunk's case, he arrives in like a caravan. So it's like a child molester van. He arrives in this, and out, like it's like a clown car, out from the clown car just comes teenage girls that he got at a signing that he had earlier. So it's like underage, like I'm like, I don't want any part of this. There's statutory rape. Like, what is going on here? Teenage girls just coming out of the van, and then finally DJ Unk, and then like another guy who's another rapper, but I don't remember his name. So for all practical purposes, and because I don't have anything else to call him, I'm just going to say his name was Big Meat. So it's DJ Unk and Big Meat and an army of teenage girls. Underage teenage girls that are probably all going to perform fellatio on DJ Unk at some point in the evening. So they all walk into the radio station studio. And now, granted, this is a cluster. So there's not only the top 40 station, but there's the news talk station and the country station. And so they walk past all the windows. In each radio station studio, there's a window that faces out so you can look in while people are doing their thing. So they walk past the window of the country, the night DJ on the country station is looking at me, and I walk past him, and then all he sees is line of teenage girls and two black rappers who he doesn't know who the hell they are, but it's a country station and it's in Kansas, so he just sees black rappers, and he's like, oh no, what is going on here? So we all walk back to the conference room where I don't have nearly enough chicken wings or nearly enough fruit plate. I thought it was manager, this guy, and they're all like, what is this? And they're very upset that I don't have enough of a spread for them. So he's eating chicken wings, and he's like, let's go get this fucking interview over with. And I was like, oh, this is not great. I'm very worried I'm going to get fired. Now I have to interview him. What am I going to say? So I nervously do like a 5-minute interview where most of it is not DJ Unk talking. Most of it is Big Meat talking, who's like, it's like his rapper buddy who's just going like, yo man, we're going to be tonight at the after party. Come on out. And he's saying, I don't even know what he's saying. And I'm just so nervous. And so it's over. We get the interview over. We go back. I take a picture, and then I rush this entourage of underage girls out, and they've cleared the wing. The wings are just nothing but bones left. There's no wings. All the fruit plate is gone. It's like cockroaches have infested and they all get back in their caravan and leave. And then I say, still in my mind, maybe I can like hit it off with DJ Unk. So after all this, 5 hours later, they've all left the studio. I go to the show and try to get backstage to at least hang out with DJ Unk so I have some kind of story to share. And I get denied and have to leave the concert because I am not welcome. That's my fucking put that right up next to Lyle Lovett. There you go. That's my fucking DJ Unk story, sir. That's you meet the guy, visit with him for 5 minutes, get free tickets. I buy him chicken wings and get denied access to the concert. That's how it fucking goes, man.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say.
There's nothing to say. You have an ability that I do not have to connect with people in a human way. And all I could think the whole time DJ Unk was there is instead of talking to him like a person, he's going to rape these young girls. I have to get him out of the studio. I am now fucking like involved in a crime. Yes. It was so bad. I was so freaked out, dude. So there you go. I don't know. That's my asked and answered. That's my celebrity story to go to yours. Yours, of course, wins.